It's the Cable
Yeah, one of the issues with the reanimate is you are passing that Thoughtseize, which is not great. Might just grab it anyway. Could take a Minskin Boo. Those are the two potential picks for me anyway. If someone was like really drawn to Narset or Thoughtseize, I was like, okay, I guess. Fair enough. If I had taken the Minskin Boo, I think I'd be on Bolt here and try and wheel the Bloodbraid Challenger. But this is not a bad start. Now we just need some premium reanimatables, a Dark Ritual, so we can turn one into reanimate. Maybe a Lotus Petal, huh? Maybe a Mox Jet, huh? Eugene is really slapped for you. Ugin's very good. It doesn't fit every deck. I don't really consider it a first pick. It is very strong, though. If you had taken Ugin, then I think you follow that up with the Mox Opal. So I have not had a drink in a while. Past like 4 or 5 days of charity streaming and such. Had a lot of stuff to do, a lot of adulting to do. Needed to stay sharp. But today I'm going to go to a concert and rock the fuck out. And tomorrow I'm not planning on streaming until my usual time in the early afternoon. So I should even be able to sleep in. That's going to be real nice. That's going to be fucking awesome. Needless to say, all of that is just me winding up to say that I think I deserve a drink. A little pregame. Grabbed myself some moonshine from the fridge. A perfect Friday afternoon beverage. Oh, that's brutal, Gelato Squid. Good luck. Can you pay online? I know you can here in Madison. Yeah, not much of a pack for me, huh? You could take the worm, just like spec on getting a flash or something. I think taking the edict makes more sense. Stuff's drying up a little bit. You haven't had a drink in 1 year, 5 months. Hey, congratulations, Buddy Gaboosh. That fucking rules. Well done. Hey, congrats to you too, Seraphim. I see Gelato Squid. Well, when it comes to water stuff, that's like not really a utility they can turn off. And I think when they ding you for something being late, it tends to be like pretty reasonable because it's coming from the city. It's not something too gnarly. Not great, of course. I can see why you'd be stressed. Thinking about the Badlands, I do end up red and Reanimator a solid amount. Thinking about the Malcolm, huh? Just a little loot effect, or I could take this terrible little removal spell. A couple of random options. There was a while where my red-black Reanimator decks were doing so much better than my blue ones, but I feel like this season blue-black Reanimator has done better for me. Could take that Primus again. I'm going to grab the Cult Epiphany. I really enjoy this card in terms of looting things into the graveyard, getting a bunch of value behind, all that stuff. Where's the bourbon-flavored LaCroix at? That'd be funny. I did get some hop water recently, which is just carbonated water flavored with hops. And obviously it doesn't have like the texture of beer and stuff, but it basically is just like beer water. For years, they made fun of our water-tasting beer, and now they clamor for our hop water. You've had it before, the hop water? I've had it before, too. Well, I mean, I just said that I had some of it. It's also, like, not quite my thing, but I'm glad I tried it. The Proving Ground's kind of interesting. Yeah, we started with Reanimate Entomb, and then the rest of the pack was all downhill from there. A Bloatus. Y'all ready for some hot Bloatus action? Bloat me, daddy. You feel like just non-alcoholic beer is the better version of the hot water? Yeah, it depends on if you're avoiding carbs or not. But sure. Valid. Think about library. Think about that Barrogoyf. Barrogoyf could be a good one to turn one off of Black Lotus. Emrakul is something you could Shallow Grave into play. We don't have a Shallow Grave, of course. I think I'd rather have library than Emrakul. I'm not sure if I want library or Barrogoyf more. I'm going to take the library. Sometimes library is just very good in Reanimator, and you're on the draw. You can, like, draw turn 1, go to discard. Well, there's the Shallow Grave. Could have gone Emmy into Shallow Grave. We're going to take Currency Converter. Really enjoy Currency Converter in my Reanimator decks in particular. You have all these loot effects. Just free 2/2s. Then it can loot itself. Crap-a-face with a 3-month sub saying, Cube, Cube, Cube. Appreciate you, Crap. Well, Troll is certainly a way to reanimate a little some, huh? Gotta love the Scorpions. Oh, yeah. I always really liked the Zoo by them. Could grab this Exhume. I'm into it. We had a 40-minute bus ride to school, and there were only 2 radio stations. And fortunately, my bus driver liked the classic rock station instead of the country station. But those shitty school bus speakers really butchered a lot of classic rock tunes. But they're like the more lo-fi stuff. Like Scorpions always sounded good. I feel like they designed for that more back in the day. Just terrible fucking speakers. Like the audio engineering. Go out to your like shitty car speakers and blast it, see how it sounds. Go back into the sound booth. I'm gonna grab this here Dark Ritual hum. Seems good. The Raucous Theater would be good if we were playing red. I'm not sure if we're playing red yet. A crab, there's something. There's something worth reanimating. Could Dark Ritual it out too. What are the odds of that Emrakul wheels? Pretty low, right? Oh shit, what up? Hey, Analog City, thanks for the 54 months there. Thanks for sharing that Prime. Analog says, cubing and diabetes research, 2 great tastes that taste better together. Yeah. The Emrakul did come back. Should've grabbed that Corpse Dance, Fuck. Well, Faithless Looting is a way to bin Emrakul on the cheap, too. So if the Shallow Grave did come back, maybe that's still interesting. I guess it didn't, but oh well. Is Oath interesting? Currently, our only we have very few creatures here. Don't have any duels for the Troll to grab yet. That's funny. We have Chain of Smog combo if we want it. Could try to throw the Reach at Emrakul. God, we saw Shallow Grave and Corpse Dance and didn't get either of them. Maybe we run the Oath. The thing is, we're in pack 3, so it's like kind of difficult to get the fixing for that. Thinking about this Imperial Seal. Verdant Catacombs leans Oath. Rotten Agenda's excited for the All Access. Oh, very cool. So oddly enough, our last draft just like straight up didn't get premium things to reanimate. And this draft is looking really similar. Like looking at the Torsten, like I guess I gotta reanimate something. Nuke the whales? Yeah, gotta nuke something. We got some donations here. Rotten Agenda Says, love Cube, love charity. Let's get this done. Let's get this fucking done. Appreciate you, Rotten Agenda. Thanks for the $75 donation. Taking advantage of that all-access pass. Hell yeah. Try out some sweet decks on Magic Online. I believe that also comes with 2 free Cube entries, too. Not bad, huh? Not bad. Jay Lur, with a $30 donation, says, good cause and good stream. Fuck yeah. Cheers, Jay Lur. And Analog City, thanks for the $50 donation. I appreciate that as well. Hell yeah, folks. Fucking hell yeah. Atali is sweet. Atali is sexy. Atali is especially good with the Emrakul, but we're going to grab the Archon here. One of the actual premium reanimation targets. And now our Entomb plan makes a lot more sense. Am I excited for Proto Man 3? I am very much excited for Proto Man Act 3. You saw me at the Gojira show in Madison? Oh, fuck yeah. It was indeed a hell of a show. Really enjoyed myself. I think, so that was the 4th time I've seen Gojira live. That was, I think, the best show that I've seen out of them. So Seasoned Pyromancer seems like the sort of card you want here. The issue is the double red, and, like, we have no fixing. So I'm actually leaning more towards, like, Fire Covenant or Nethergwaif. Let's take the Covenant. Are conspiracy cards too powerful for Vintage Cube? Not necessarily. Ooh, and a Grizzlebrand. There's a fixer there, but I think the Grizzlebrand's a bit more important. Nice. Do we have enough playables? We do not. But we have a little bit of time left. I think we got some random filler we could play, huh? Like the Chainsaw or the Freebooter. The Cooligan's Command. A live track. Could take this Overlord here. I'll grab the Wooded Foothills just in case we get a Badlands. Running out of time for that. I'm gonna have Oliphant and Troll. It's gonna be a good ass Detective Phoenix, We passed Badlands Pack 1. We passed Badlands Pack 1. We passed the Black-Red Surveil Land in Pack 2. We passed a Black-Red Tri-Land earlier. The issue with Pack 1 was we weren't even really sure what our colors were going to be, right? Like, we end up blue-black, then it doesn't make sense to invest heavily in fixing. The good thing is, we don't have a very color-intensive deck. Like, the red splash is very light here. We can get away with, like, 6 red sources, no problem. I can't believe I was saying there's no fixing. Library of Alexandria is totally fixing. Thinking about cutting the Emrakul, because it only works with Through the Breach. Sometimes it can dig up your graveyard, right? But you have to bin it, and then you have to shuffle everything in. You lose, like, your Faithless Looting, you lose your Phoenix, that sort of thing. It'd be different if we got in the Corpse Dance, right? If we got in the Corpse Dance or the Shallow Grave. We do have a Atali, though. And we get Imperial Seal for the Emrakul, so the Atali hits Emrakul. Yeah, hold the phone. Hold on. Hold on. Alright, I guess I'm cutting Carnage Interpreter. Maybe Epic here. Kind of like the idea of playing 18 lands here. I said night, but it's fucking 2 p.m. I'm used to saying night because I'm used to streaming at night. It's night somewhere, yeah. Yeah, dual land would have been nice with the Cyclers. The nice thing about the Cyclers, we do still have, like, a couple of ways to cheat them out on turn 2. And then we also have Currency Converter. And that one plays really well with the land cyclers too. Land cycle plus generated 2/2. Pretty sick. What y'all know about Tom Sawyer? I haven't read Mark Twain in a long time. Dug the stuff I read in high school. I scooped up a book of his short stories that had like a sci-fi bent to them and never got around to it. Oh, that's funny, Gratz Cutie. Multiversal, doesn't have a land, or doesn't have an ability, so you can't companion Zerta with it. Yeah, Urborg and Yavimaya also have that going on. I wonder why that YOLO tapped there. Maybe they didn't have a land, but they had a 2-drop that they wanted to flash in. That's why I would tap top. Just thinking here, we could reanimate a troll. I feel like that doesn't win very many games against a white opponent who can just like path it or whatever. Kind of want to make a Grizzlebrand. I was gonna play Blood Tithe and pass. Yeah, Urza's Saga is gunked me up with Zerta a lot. Often the Saga is like threatening to be like one of the best cards in the deck. You can Imperial Seal for the Black Overlord and just plan on casting it. That wouldn't have been the worst. Okie dokie. One of the reasons I ended up getting Atali, and Atali over like Grizzlebrand or Archon is probably silly. But I was thinking if they counter the Through the Breach, I'd rather have an Atali in my hand than an Emrakul here for sure. Come on, Emmy. Plus, I didn't have to give up my Emmy dream here. Fiery Covenant and a Council's Judgment. This is really bad. That is a good draw there. Alright, so this is much fucking worse than putting in a Grizzlebrand, I guess. Or an Emrakul for that matter. Wonder what their hand is, huh? They have so much mana here. Seemed like they could very easily stop the breach, right? Yeah, that was part of it, but even with that in mind, I was still probably supposed to. Grizzlebrand or Archon, right? We were very close to the Atali hitting the Emrakul. Yeah, the awkward thing about this discard is that we're now like shuffling the Atali back into the deck. So if we top deck like Exhume or Reanimate, we're just kind of fucked there. Sure. Blank Chrome Monks to beef up the construct. really want to hit them for 4 and then just like hope that the Phoenix closes. But I'm gonna clear the Karn. The issue with letting them keep the Karn. Oh wow. Kind of surprised I just didn't do that. The issue with letting them keep the Karn is that then now it's like juicing up their Sensei's Divoting Top, right? Oh wow, there's a Palace Jailer there. They just didn't want it, huh? Did the sick trophy run continue yesterday? You saw 2 in a row. The 2 in a row were what we got yesterday. I went on a bit of a cold streak after that. A lot of sick decks, but they ended up like all going 1-1. We can scoop to this. Yeah, now that I know more about their deck, I feel very silly for not just getting Grizzlebrand, because that would have super won, huh? Oh well. Yeah, I like the idea of Freebooter. I don't know if I like actually cutting any of these cards for it. Alright, we have 7 mana towards Hardcast Archon. Do I know the Moto handles from the other 5 streamers? I do not. Reeds, of course, Reader Rabbit. I don't know what BK's handle is. Ethan Sachs is Mr. Metronome. Alright. I've learned my lesson about not being greedy. Hot diggity. Oh, I confused Mr. Metronome and Lord Tupperware. Don't I feel fucking silly? The plan is to serve with Crab and then to fairy bounce the Crab and then replay the Crab. It's kind of a sick plan. We got a Spell Pierce in 2 lands. Boo. And we got the Vigilance? Yeah. Could have Fire Covenanted my Crab and then and then exhumed it. They would have gotten Palace Jailer, but you know, something I could have done. Yeah, and even if they play a blocker, kill the crab here, we still have lethal because we can. I think we can Faithless Looting and then activate Converter, and we'd have 4 power, 4 non-crab power. Well, so I got burned for being conservative and rewarded for being aggressive. I'm gonna entomb for Grizzlebrand, so I don't draw all my fatties here. Oh, sure. If only I hadn't cast that Entomb, huh? Well, the Crocus is good to know about. Makes this Archon look a lot better. And you could just go to discard here. And currently we don't have a use for that, though. We do have Through the Breach in our deck, so I think there's a reason to just chill. Hardcast plan? Yeah, we got the mana, huh? I would like people that are not that familiar with Vintage Cube to know that this has been a very odd match so far. They like have pressure in their deck too. They just like haven't drawn it 2 of the 3 games. It's odd. Bump, 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 bump. Library against control. They're not a control deck, Robro. That's the atypical part. Like I don't blame you for thinking they're a control deck with a Mana Tithe and Teferi in their graveyard. But they're playing like the 1 white 0/4 that gets power equal to the number of creatures you control. They're playing the Skyclave. Like they've got a bunch of creatures in there. Yeah, Adeline. Adeline's not a control card. I'm getting Snap Mana Tithe here. The nice thing about them flashing back that Mana Tithe is now the crab. The crab was definitely going to exile the Mana Tithe, and now there's only a Teferi in their graveyard. Oh, I gunked up my crab. I was just saying how good it was to have an ungunked crab with the Teferi in their graveyard. Well, shit, huh? And they get to use the top to their advantage here. Yeah, I don't think that Mind Twist was good, huh? Like, actively bad. Oh, we hit the Teferi, though. Yeah, just hit. Why not? Tap in with the top there so they don't have to discard the Luris here. Heads up play on their part. Still constrains their mana somewhat. Well, we managed to defeat the Skull Clamp control deck. This hand would have been a little bit better on the draw. I could have, like, drawn with a library already and been the Atali. Ooh. So you could just Harvester the Orcish Lumberjack, and then next turn go Blood Tithe Harvester, loot away the Atali. Maybe that's better, huh? Maybe that's fucking better. I think that might be better. Sorry, library. I was excited. I was excited to draw some cards. Lumberjack's kind of scary, though. You don't want them playing like a 5-drop on turn 2. Alright, let's see this fucking dinosaur do something, huh? The other day, Jorb said I had a Atali sickness. Might be right. Oko in that deck, huh? Above average Atali here. Hell yeah. So I'm gonna cut this Phoenix again. And the cards that are of interest to me against aggro are Preacher of the Schism and Chainsaw. Let's play this Preacher. Let's cut Overlord for Chainsaw. Just more removal. How often does one equip the Chainsaw? The longer the game goes, the more likely it is. Because then, like, things slowly die and just, like, builds up. And then it just, like, helps you get a turn off the clock once you have a chance to wrap things up. On turn 3, almost never. Oh my god, they're just fucking exiling my Reanimate. That was so fucking brutal. Just the best answer to this Imperial Seal. Deal myself to exile my Reanimate, your turn. Well, we can't let them have that one, huh? Our backup plan, this is just like one of the many reasons that Vampiric Tutor is so much fucking better than Imperial Seal, right? One is like being able to upkeep it is like super huge, really big difference in power level, but yeah. Zoom a little awkward and giving them bodies back. Gotta be worth it. Gotta be like a Grizzlebrand or an Archon or something. Oh, they're shocking. Didn't exert the arena. It's a bad sign. Costs 5 mana that you'd want to launch in. That's pretty good. So the issue here is that we're giving them back Bombardiers, which is going to kill me. So for the Exhumed to do something, I'm going to have to cascade into Emrakul on my side, or an answer to their 2 creatures, or I guess just the broadside, huh? We'll see what we get. I assume both of our decks have a few ways to kill the broadside. Could turn out. Yeah, this doesn't do it. Damn. Bummer. It's like the most disappointed I've been to a Tali and to a Grizzlebrand in my life right there. Sure. Well, we are on the play in Game 3. Oh, I filled up my hard drive. That's what that noise was. Gotta delete some old VODs. Glad it happened in the middle of this stream and not not one where it was important to save. Hell yeah, Mio. Have I ever chosen the wrong edict with Shieldreds? I don't think so. But I'm always very nervous about it. I guess. You guys have to squint between token and non-token? Me too, yeah. Alright, deck. I'm gonna need a little gravy here. I'm gonna need a little something good. Hey, Genghis Alex, thanks for 69 months. Appreciate it. Come on. Currency converter, I've messed up twice, and it's like very feel bad every time. All right, Crab. What do you got for me? Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad. I was not expecting to hardcast Crab and to hardcast Atali this game. I thought the removal spells would find me enough time to get something rolling, get it through the breach or something. I'll take it, though. This is how I'm used to my broadsides looking. You thought Currency Converter made zombies? Doesn't it? Oh, they're black rogue creatures. Interesting. Yeah, I also thought it made zombies. What do you know? Hmm. I know the plan is to loot with a blood token, spit it on another 2/2 with the Currency Converter. You thought this was the Chromio singer? I could see that. This band does sound kind of like Chromio. Oh, it is the Chromio singer. He's guesting. It says featuring Teddy Toothpick. Teddy Toothpick is an alias of Dave 1 from Chromio. What was that game? They played like a dog, blink dog, on a 2/3. Guess I'll bring this chainsaw in, huh? Vroom, vroom, vroom. Got Phoenix again. I like these Black Lotus openers, huh? Don't hate those. Bloatus action. I really want to Black Lotus out Overlord again, but I also really want to Mind Twist their entire fucking hand. That's a little tricky, huh? We will be taking 4 a turn from this FOMO, I'm sure. Oh, if we just played the Overlord, they just would have swords did. We would have gotten like some recursion value, but I'm really glad I did the Mind Twist thing. Oh shit. I got disappointed because I didn't hit a creature there for a second. I was like, ah, man. No creature value. And then the Liliana lit up, and I was like, ah, yeah. Liliana value. Oh, shit. If they can answer the Overlord with this rip, some of their swords effect. That doesn't quite do it. It's not bad, though. Nice, got him. Hey, that's the third trophy on the day. 6 trophies in the old race here. I came here to do 2 things. Chew